up, y'all? Mac 101 her. Um, Life is life. Life is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. Everything is swell. And if nobody understands you, they can go straight to hell. um, you hear my dog, she talking her smack right now. Um, this I'm gonna do a just in time reading after, but right now I want to talk about what's been going on lately in the ether. Not that all y'all give a shit, but I know some of y'all can relate because we are on the same algorithm. And I know a lot of y'all out there have been having this aching feeling in your heart, or possibly in your solar plexus, or even in your head. Like you have a lot of headaches lately and aches in your body, things telling you that something is just not right. And a part of you, may I have a straw, please? Any other straws in my other one?
They're gone. There are no more straws.
Thank you. So, leave it, it's good. Thanks. And y'all been having this feeling and or this ponderance of things just not connecting. Things that you noticed that you was normally questioning, that you would just normally leave to the wayside for the answers to come out itself. That unopen-ended feeling like something has to be filled in that voided space. And it is what it is. It's life. You know, life gives you reality. I use life as astrology to help better suit me. You know, it's not where I go to for prayer. However, I do believe that there's a creator, there's a God, there is a source, a mother and father of masculine and feminine energy that provides us everything we need. And we also have intuition inside of us that makes us our own great being. Sometimes what we're made of is not necessarily who we truly are. You know, there's unlocked things about us. Like some people, like I said, I do believe in soul contracts, that we come here to do certain jobs, and along that way, we get lost along those jobs, and that a lot of times spin us around. And you know, I haven't ate all day, I fasted, so. Mm, that's the best fresh grape juice ever, and I mixed it with some tea. Um, when is it time to let go? When something is paining you so much that it leaves a wrench, it just means that you're transforming in that area. It doesn't necessarily mean that something is truly no, there's something wrong. Like your soul knows when something's wrong. When you find, if you're in a relationship at work, you know, like you have I don't suggest this, especially if you're in at work and you're in a relationship with a coworker, like relationship coworker type thing. You know, when they call people marry their work wife or their work husband, and you got in a relationship. I do not recommend that, but some people do that because they want to look for some psychological, you know, affection or attention. You know, most people who seek attention in other places, they tend to try and, after a while of pretending and playing, and you know, it gets bigger, and you have to be careful with that kind of, unless that's what you're looking for, you know. Now in a regular relationship, if your partner is not communicating and they don't want to communicate, and you know you should communicate, and they're personifying that everything is okay, but yet they don't communicate, you walk. I know it's a touchy situation because a lot of us, sometimes we makes ourselves feel like we can't actually move. And the move is not that you can't move. You just feel like completely stagnated because you put so much in. And I'm here to tell you, that same fear of leaving is the same fear that can free you. You know, when your partners don't speak to you about the relationship and where you're headed and where you're going, or if they are unhappy, does it make it a good place that you're trying to come from? Because truth be told, relationship is as good as when the chips are down, not when they're up. And if when y'all in your downtime, and I call this that time the seated time of your downs, your lowest of lows, and y'all can't communicate. Your partner is looking outward, outside of your relationship, to be with other people physically. They probably been doing it so long that they don't even know themselves because they get lost through meeting other people. When you meet, sometimes there's some people out there, and I can tell you the energies. Usually, I can tell you the energies that they'll meet somebody and they think everybody they meet will put a smile on their face, that they get sexually aroused. When really and truly, they supposed to be getting aroused by getting to know themselves and not looking outward for attention outside of their relationships. And when a person can't communicate with you, the relationship is dead. When a person tries to give you gifts to avoid conversation, the relationship is dead. It is not something that you wait for them to figure it out and they're going to come around. It's not, because they've been doing it so long that it can never repair. They would have to hit a few bumps in the road. I could tell you about these things, especially as far as astrology goes, but this is not about astrology because not everybody understands astrology. Some people are like me originally. I was originally a practical person. I would go against the grain and realize that astrology is not this and that. So I'm not giving it to you from an astrological perspective, esoteric, you know, intervention. I'm giving this to you on a humanitarian um, intervention inside you. When the pain feels so much that you feel like you gotta fight for it, it's painfully beautiful. Go through the transformations. Allow it to make you question yourself. Allow it to make you realize that this is how you saw the world and how that partner you thought saw you, and vice versa. Allow those things. And I ain't saying leave them alone completely. If you choose to stay 6 feet deep in that hole, stay. But don't play victim, because your partners mirror you. I went as far as, and I'm gonna keep it real. I got the proof. Y'all gonna hear it in my video on one of my songs very soon. The conversation I did to send a female to forgive my partner when he was being infidel, because he told me some things. I looked and I realized that I am awesome. And when people don't see your value, it ain't never been, a part of you played a part of it. But if they ain't see your value, that meant they've been playing the whole damn time. They've been playing reality they've been playing illusion the whole damn time. Don't you ever blame yourself. And when they don't communicate, you need to create healthy boundaries when you're dating people and relationships. When you're dating, you get swept off your feet sometimes, especially that Cancerian energy. My partner sign energy can be sweeping you off your feet. I got cool readings I'm going to give y'all on that energy. My partner sign energy can be everyone's cheerleader, especially if their 12th house is in Gemini. They'll be everybody's cheerleader. Everybody they meet, they wanna smash because the person gave them a smile and they feel like they connected, and they want to feel like I'm helping. Like, it's funny, and I get those same feelings. My 12th house is Sag, the partner energy. However, whatever it is, I think I see, you get disillusioned from it very quickly. And You just need to know wherever the pain is, you might have to be alone for a while and sit and ruminate with your thoughts, but don't you dare let nobody tear you down, and they ain't speaking and they ain't saying nothing, and they want to give you parables because they don't believe in themselves enough. They're not confident enough. They're not confident enough to own a shit. You are here to understand yourself before anything. When a nigga, hey, how you doing, love? Don't fall for that dumb shit, you dummies. I'm calling you dummies. Don't fall for that shit. That's my 80s and 90s conversations that guys used to say to girls, what up, love? And these girls be really believing that these niggas like me, oh my God. Just like I thought times when niggas, you know what I'm saying, come around and that they really like you. They are trying to find themselves through others. They're relatable ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? No more relatable niggas. Relate to yourself ass bitch. Or relate to yourself ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Relate to yourself. Nobody can make you your greater version. Even if they come around and give you what you need at that time, it's just for that time. When your time is up is when you know you got to sit with yourself because you're not getting the answers you need. When you have to cry alone. And I mean cry, babies. I mean cry. Let it out. You're questioning why because deep down you know you have a hand in this. You're not innocent to it completely. You saw what you wanted to see. You felt what you wanted to feel. Wasn't it a beautiful disaster? That's why I tell people Saturn don't fucking play with y'all. To love a Capricorn is to hate them. To hate them is to love them. Saturn is just that. Because you get it after. Once it pulls all the depths out of you. Once my energy pulled the life out of you to do the work, you realize that, damn, I didn't know I was this strong. When Pisces pull the depth out of you and come out through your faith, you be like, am I really believing in this? Is this what I really thought I believed? Because it's going to give you whatever path you choose in life, it's going to manifest it for you. It's going to show you. Nothing you feel. If you feel at work that your coworkers is fucking with you, it's happening to you because it's mirroring you. You don't feel like you're worth at work. If you feel like your family don't get you, you don't feel like you belong with your family. It's a karmic lesson for you to learn. If you don't feel like you're being heard in your relationship, you may also demonstrate some of that sometimes and don't even realize it. It mirrors you. You call that void. You are looking for that place of acceptance. You're looking for that place of affection. You're looking to be everybody's fucking lover and friend. And you can't love anybody if you love everybody. Harmony is not balance. You want balance is good, but I like harmony. But what's the opposite of harmony? Chaos. It needs one and the other. There's no one and the same. It's not the same thing. Hi doesn't necessarily mean hello. Good morning is not a good thing. Nice is not a nice word. Look it up. We've been programmed to feel like we have to measure up. If you know you a fuck up, tell these women and men out there that you're a fuck up. Because everybody makes mistakes. But after a while of constantly making the same mistakes, it becomes a habit. So then it's no longer a habit, it's intent. Because you know you're doing things that offend others. When is it no longer a mistake? Is when you continue to do it. And the only two energies I know that do that for a fact is baby energies. Well, it's only really one, which is Gemini. They'll do the same thing hoping to get a different outcome until they wisen up and run to their faith. Because sometimes they'll go, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, why is this happening? Why am I doing this? So it's on Gemini until 14 degrees of Cancer. You could be even a 0 degree Cancer, and that happens because you're coming off of Gemini energy. Um, Everybody's getting a wake up call. Companies are actually falling apart because everything sounds like a good idea. When Capricorn and Pluto in was chilling, when they was together, you felt like you needed your partners. If it was in your seventh house, you felt like you were needed. If you had Capricorn in the first house, that you was everybody's go-to. If Capricorn was in your third house, you felt like you was in control of your family. You realized, damn, when Pluto was there, you find the deeper dark root of it. It's not that Pluto is is not only digging deep inside. Saturn is churning too. Saturn is like, look, but this is what it is, and this is like I want you to feel. And Saturn's like, but this is what it is. You got, all right. So since we both can't agree to disagree, let's take away what we don't need. But then our perception changed. We think, I don't need my family. I don't need my job. I don't need responsibilities. How can I make my job easier? By becoming manipulative to make my partners feel, my partner feel like they're not appreciated. I can always apologize later. I can always run and hide and continue to run. But truth be told is, deep down, you never felt, the real bottom line of it was, you never felt like you mattered and added up. It was the biggest lie. So that's when you know you need to leave. When you know your tears were real. When, and always leave room to forgive yourself. Always leave room to forgive yourself. Always make time to tell yourself you're a damn good person. However, you just made poor choices at that moment. And if when you try to make peace with people and they do not try to make peace with you or try and talk to you and conversate, it's their loss. You don't owe them. When you live and you go on living, that's freeing yourself from them. Karmic. And when you free yourself, helping and doing everything for yourself is freeing them and loosening up. And you're going to realize later on that void that you were supposed to put into yourself, it wasn't them. They just mirrored you. When I tell you, every relationship I've ever been in is karmic. I learned a big piece of myself. And you will too. You deserve to not have to question yourself, but questions are necessary. Questions are the key to strength. You're going to have to question yourself most of the time. I used to believe that not being in love with yourself we were taught being in love with yourself was a form of being conceited and that God don't like these things, but that's a pure lie. Be conceited, because ain't nobody gonna love you better than you. Nobody can possibly make you feel better than you can. And I don't mean sexually. When you're in love with yourself, that aesthetic is closest to God. Because all you have to do at the end is make it with your maker. So when people come into your world, when you're in love with yourself, you'll start seeing the type of people you are attracted. You might be careful where you are when you're being too conceited with yourself, because you might attract somebody who's just as conceited with you and they want to latch on, and the next thing you know, they take you down. Oh yeah, those types too. They're like, you love yourself more than me. I want to see what that's like, and I want to twist it up and take it and break it down. And they know what they're doing. They know it's always a matter of time. We have pimps that do that. I notice it always comes from those types of energies. Stop forgetting how amazing you are. Stop getting complacent in your relationships, even if it's at work. Remember to say, talk. I don't know what's going on between us, but I do believe we need to talk. If they don't want to talk, you're going to feel this feeling of, like, no, I have to. I need to. You're going to need to. Don't do it. They don't want it. They remember, they mirror you. That might be the stubborn part of yourself. Could be. Everyone has a shadow side. Thank God when you learn these things, the God in you, the God in you, the God in you. Once you learn, forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself. I have the biggest hole in my heart right now. But this pain I'm feeling, it makes me feel alive, because now I realize my worth. When you realize your worth, you'll be like, you're going to have to get there. It's freeing. It's freeing. It's releasing. When you release something, that means that the thing that was tying you in no longer has control over you. And it returns back to the source that brought that bad energy. It returns back to them. You give it back. They could live in their world. Remember, they mirrored you, for good or bad. Mirroring you don't mean that that's who you were at the moment. It could be your negative thoughts of where you were before. That's just now coming through. That's why it works behind the scenes. It's time. Remember, time is fluid. But that don't mean the old time don't catch up with the new. Every now and then there's a pause period where all of it catches back up. And then boom, it all happen at once, if y'all know what I'm saying. I would like to do a couple of things. And I wanted to give back. They treasure their dreams, an exquisite and stream unknown. He's as damned as he seems. Lord, more heaven that a heart could hold. But if I try to save him, my whole world would cave in. It just ain't right. It just ain't right. But when I don't know what he's after. But he's so beautiful, just a beautiful disaster. And if I could hold on through the tears and just a beautiful disaster. 'Cause he's so happy, escapable. So I'm saying so long. Past life deck. Let's do it. Where were we in these times? Where were they in their past life? Let's do it. And this what I want y'all to start knowing. This what I want y'all to start doing. This what I want y'all to start feeling. I want y'all to start saying, I love me. Say, inner God in me, inner God in me, inner God in me. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to be free and release everything that was holding me back from being the greater version of me. I deserve nice things. I deserve beautiful money in abundance. I am worthy. I am my greatest version. I am my freeing version of me. I now see who I truly am and will be. And God said, be, and it is. And my Father has never stirred me wrong because my Father and the creator of the mother lives in me. When you do those things, when you repeat these things, and I want y'all to reprogram your thoughts. Learn what partnerships mean. Partnerships mean nobody thinks they're above you. When you realize what working with groups is, a partner could be of two people. You don't have to be 3, 4, 5, and 6 motherfuckers. Partnerships are you and me are going to go to the movies together. And you may not have enough. And your partner you might not have enough money for the movie theater. And your partner, they give it to you. They give you what you don't have. And that's partnerships. Marriage is a different partnership because there's levels to this shit. It's levels to washing your ass, you know. Solomon Grundy washed one arm every day. It still was half clean. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels and it's growth and it's everything. Everything. So let's do the past life deck. Let's get it. Let's see what the universe has been trying to tell us during this time, what we need to pay attention to. Let me first pray on the deck. Tell us what we need to see, what we need to know. And this is externally. All right, it's collective energies. This is collective energies. Okay. My old lady ass. Old sexy lady. Old sexy lady. Hey, sexy lady, I like your flow. Your body's banging out of control. You put it on me, ceiling to floor. Only you can make me scream and beg for more. I'm gonna pull something said 8 cards, so 8 in total. We doing it with the past life deck. The past life deck is by my favorite girl, Doreen Virtual. So, hi, popping in, being nosy. What's up, y'all? What's up? Thanks for the support you coming over here. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So, hello. So, let's do it. Let's pull up 8 cards. So, let's do it. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm not just here because I'm cute. Phobia. So this is going on because of phobias. People are not coming into their true selves. See that? They're like, oh, please, God. Oh, please, please, please. I just want to know. Do you really? Remember y'all see that movie, the old 1985 version of Fright Night when they was going up the stairs after breaking into the house and coming up the stairs to go upstairs to get get to Amy in the rooftop to the house, the room on top of the thing, and um they killed the guy, and they saw the boy. They killed the friend, the vampire, Mr. Dangerous friend, down the stairs. They said we killed him, and so Peter Vincent and Charlie Brewster was going up the stairs now to get to the house, and they saw Mr. Dandruff, the head vampire of the house, at the top of the stairs, and they going up to the stairs, and they like, we got him. Don't worry, basically we got your friend, and he said, oh. And he looked at his friend on the body on the floor, and they said, we got him. He said, do you really? Do you really? Like that. That's what phobia said to me. Like they don't want to see the truth. This phobia is a fear, but they like that afraid. They like that fear because they're comfortable with it. That's that fear. Excuse my hands. I just came from school not too long ago and still didn't eat. I'm hungry as hell. Okay. Oh, this is about transportation. Maybe some of us want to. We probably do want to travel, or we have our own destinations of things. Like you want riches, maybe power, something that's correlated to freeing, releasing, chasing, slowing, speeding, riding, and the list goes on. I hear agent of the devil. So maybe y'all want fast life in the fast lane, highway to hell type shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know yet. We'll figure it out when I'm done. Spouse. This ain't my life, y'all. We all want these things. So this is about, all this reading is about everybody's particular wants and stuff now. Spouse could be at work. Like I said, I brought up relationships pertaining to spouse and relationship, partnerships. I love my cards. I be praying on them. Look at that. I wanted a spouse. However, not at the expense of me being disrespected. If I have to disrespect the person, I'm putting that nigga down. So I ain't going there. I wrote a song called I Love You Until Infinity. And let me tell y'all some of the lyrics. Because it's basically showing me this phobias, transportation, and spouse. Let me give you the next one. Celtic. This is history. These are hidden things that was hidden. When I see the cross like this, I feel like something is it's the hidden truth. And it's been coming out slowly but surely. I feel like it's 3 levels of it. Mother, father, and son. Maybe sun, moon, and star. Father, mother, son, and self. You know, like somebody keeping hidden secrets. Like the secrets is hidden. So let me tell you my lyrics to the song. It goes, and mind you, I'm a poet. And let me tell you my lyrics. It started from a chat, yeah, small conversations too. Wait, it started from a chat, yeah, small conversations. Then, damn, I can't remember it because it's meant for me not to think. Maybe. Oh, it started from a chat, nothing, a small conversation, then graduated to a text and boo, where you at, hope exchange obligations. Cause in the beginning, I saw you as a magician, bad for my health, but I loved your nutrition. I'll escape your codependency, how that path there was draining me. All that you appeared to be flirty, good with your hands, a loving parent, all the things I saw in me, but relentlessly I knew it was more. I had to see, and none like you needed financial stability, so I ain't mad at you, boo. Go ahead and do you. Call us our big fuck buddies while I call us soulmate social studies. When I'm dealing with you, our heart skips a beat. The smell of your body mirrors heaven while we're soaking up my sheets. While I'm on earth in my chakra zones, making love to you just like I do my microphone. Yes, I wrote that. Well, I ain't write it, I freestyled it. That's what I mean. I wrote it off the top of my head and never forgot it. Sometimes in love, you don't see no way out. But don't let your mind and soul be that payout. Not at the expense of money. Remember, money's here to serve you. You don't serve money. So when people get the wrong idea about when they looking at bitches, right, and how they want to fuck, they looking like you're being service. You just give yourself out as service. You're useless. Vows. Can't make this up. This about y'all not living up to your truths. People are not being honest. They're not being real. But don't let your soul be that payout. Only God can protect you. I'll see you, baby. Cross my heart and hope to die. Yeah. I will love you all my life. Yeah. If the world never ends, I love you until infinity. Forgive yourself and forgive them so it don't have to hurt so much. What I see when I see this. So we got phobia. Wait, I gotta pull one more. I don't know why I love you. I don't know why. Who's the authority figure? The parents? Is it parents or somebody you talking to that's, or you feel like you don't have no authority, or you're afraid to take power? I don't know if I love you, but I love you. Always treat me like the fool. Kick me when I'm down. That's your rule. And you start to see it come back, right? I don't know if I love you. Who y'all trying to match up for? But I love you. Sunset, put more. Sunset, put it in between the vows and forgiveness. Oh, you never stop your cheating ways. With the mother girls living illusions. Y'all playing games. Y'all not living up to y'all shit. I'm putting that between the phobia and Egypt. Unrequited love. Y'all must have been somewhere. Lord, how long must I be? Lessons and blessings is coming. Cause I love you. If y'all take the responsibility of transportation and spouse, this will be your person. Blessings and blessings. I don't know why I love you. You ain't mentally healthy. I don't know. You and me, baby, oh. Facts. That's for the Celtic. What do we need? Y'all might be talking children or something. Who's pregnant out there? Somebody might be doing it now. It might be time. Maybe y'all trying to stack. Y'all trying to use people for a hidden agenda, for money. You're making promises to other people like you're doing family stuff. Ooh, shame on you. I'm putting that in between karmic. It says put it in the center. Now I got to read all of these together. I'm going to have to put them all together. You threw my heart down in the dirt. You tried to make me crawl on this cold black earth, baby, yeah. God damn. I got to look up these cards. I can't remember every single one, but I know what unrequited love means, meaning that you love somebody, you love them and you can't let them go. The vows mean that you have to work on and monk or none. This is speaking beautiful. I would say this is Saturn and Pluto energy. These two is Saturn. Through this, people go through spiritual awakenings. I'm putting that next to the requited love. Oh gosh, I could do this forever right now. So is it like, please pick more? Trees. Pray. Be in solitude and solace. And plant seeds for forgiveness to yourself and to others. I think y'all need to say forgiveness to somebody. I'm not going to keep reading this because it's too deep for me. Let me put them all together and read to y'all each individual one and give y'all a little taste of this. Let me do it now. And give y'all, I'm giving it to you just as I pulled them out as I was saying it. All right. I had the thing in here. I got the book, but I'm not grabbing no book when I can zoom in like this right here. So the first one, like I said, your thing is spouse. Okay. Here I'm pleading on my knees. I'm on my knees. Like that's deep. Let's do it. I feel it, y'all, because I feel it in my tummy. Okay, it says meaning on cards and meaning. Let's do it. All right, we go into the first card, which was phobia. Phobia is page 77. Page 77. Okay, here we go. 77 says, this card comes to you as compassion. It says this card comes to you compassionately to help you connect the dots between current life phobias and past times. Yes, and I've been talking about this, so I don't need this lady to say it. It says often consciously remembering the past source of anxieties is enough to release their grip on you. Whew. The situation you're injuring, the situation you're inquiring about, its basis is underlining fears and phobias. These fears and phobias are energy bricks and energy blocks, which are slowing you and prohibiting your greatest works and results and desires. It says phobias have to do with have to do with impulse. Go back, impulse 77, page 77. Impulse to have complete mastery over situations. What I said? I said people are afraid to take responsibility. This energy is about fear of taking ownership for things, and they don't have to do it because it's easy to run away. But you was pretending to have this mastery, faking it till you make it type shit. But when the chips came to light, you didn't have it in you to a situation. And it's not to judge. It's not a judging situation. Because people, when they don't want to see something, they'll try and manipulate you and say you're judging them. When you wasn't judging them, you're just calling it for what it is. And they'll feel like you're judging. But when people don't want to see something, easy to say, don't wake me up because I'm dreaming. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they're saying. Okay? It says your higher self and unconscious mind knows the original source of any phobias that you have manifested, and you have manifested them, and we all have, because I have been there. You can unearth the origin of your phobias through your past life regression or even through dream work. For example, if you are falling asleep, ask your higher self to give you information. I tell you, I just said that. Tell that to your higher self before you go to bed. Reprogram your brain. Even I will go there. I don't want to go there right now. It says by directly confronting your underlying fears, you can lesser their hold on you and unconscious. It's all about awareness. The next one was transportation. Transportation. Diets potatoes. Transportators. Transportation. It says this card signifies that you had intense experiences involving transportation prior lifetimes. This is true, especially that you have phobias of airplanes, cars, and fears that don't dissipate your actual getting traditional counseling. So you run from responsibilities. Then I said high, low, you run and you moving so fast. And what did I say? Something about devil. Something about that. Okay. And on the fears, it says, in those cases, you'll likely suffer from traumatic past life event and some type of vehicle or that caused you to lose trust in it. It says you have been involved in the invention of a form of transportation related to technology, and that knowledge to serve you in this lifetimes include those who lived during the time of Atlas when transportation was fueled. People are afraid of, I would like to say this is a fear also to do with changing, like reinventing something new. Money, I would like to see money also a part of travel. Your purpose may involve reawakening the knowledge of alternative modes, which could be environmentally beneficial for you. People are afraid of change, and that's all I gotta say. The next one is spouse. Let me go to spouse. Okay. Okay. Spouses. Okay, here we go. Okay, spouse, it says, you drew this card because the question relates to marriage and the relationship in this previous one. Perhaps your current spouse is someone with whom you shared a romance and relationship before in the past life. And we're going to also correlate that to work because, you know, you have work relationships with people and it can work the same way. It says, perhaps you're in a relationship, perhaps in current spouse in a relationship who you share romance with. If you're single at the present, your future spouse is likely from your past life. And I do believe what I just said. Your past life, it says in this case, lovers reunite across reunite across centuries and share an undying bond and true love. This is what usually referred to as soulmate. So drawing this card can significantly that person you are inquiring about is in fact that individual. Okay. So it could be a relationship, I guess. I don't know. All right, Celtic. But I also see phobias and fears. Whatever y'all have fears, I also see your spouse could be very religious, or your spouse could be, because the way this card looks to me, like that person's enlightened, like they're favored in. I feel like the person's spiritual. They probably scared to, date people who queen like mother, the mother, not mother superior type, but that type of person that's striking your ass. You know what I'm saying? They so in tune that they call you out on your bullshit. And it's like, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because the spouse, that fear. The next one is Celtic. Let me go to Celtic. Or even at your job, you have this fear of people seeing right through you. You know what I'm saying? But they'll call it hating. People mirror you. They mirror your insecurities, wherever algorithm you are in. When you're done with that chapter of seeing yourself through a person, that sometimes that chapter is done. Let's go to Celtic. Okay. Celtic is 27. Okay. Okay. Celtic, it says this card is because you have had significant past life in the Celtic lands, and you continue to feel bonded to your culture. Perhaps you lived in or visited a Isle of Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England? If so, you may have sensed a deja vu and to be an Anglophile, a person who adores these cultures. The person, like I said, is transportation too. You want to be free, but you want to be attached with your work related stuff, things you have going on. And you haven't really asked yourselves what truly makes you happy. And then again, this monk or nun look like you dealing with your lower temptation. Because at first, when I glanced at it, it looked like the butt with the legs up, the booty like wonk wonk wonk, and then you have your faith like Lord, Lord, Lord Jesus, Lord, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like every little, you can't help. You're the type of people that have a lot of heavy low nature, or you're sexually repressed constantly because you don't understand. You don't. It's easier to do those things. I'll get back to it because I want to finish this. Ultra cultures. It says a person who adores cultures. You are fascinated with Stonehenge and King Arthur's Camelot. You may have learned the old religion of the Celtic, which involves the use of healing herbs, gaining wisdom from oaks, meeting new people. You like to meet new people. Um, trees. I got that tree card in there. You could even be an ancient druid, like secretly you yearn for something more, but you do it through sexual activities and stuff like that. Because like I said, the two hands to me at first when I just glanced, it looked like the legs up to me at first, maybe, and they're like, oh please, why do I do the things that I do? Like type shit. Like don't beat yourself up. Damn. Hold on, let me get to it. It says druid in disguise. Your connection to the element of this realm made you love fairies, elves. You also respect and love trees. I know I do. I'm a hugger of trees. I'll take my shoes off and start hugging trees. People always fucking laugh at me. I don't give a fuck. And I do it in my neighborhood, and I'm in Brooklyn. It says, if you haven't already done so, schedule a visit to an ancient sacred area of the UK or Ireland, exploring their stone circles and spiritual artifacts. You're calling for faith. A lot of y'all are calling for faith because nothing is feeding your soul. So you're trying to escape through making a. Let's continue. The next one was Egypt. Egypt is all of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? All right. It says this card signal. Thanks, baby girl. I think my baby girl popped in here and did that. The card signifies past life in Egypt, which relates to your present situation in question. When a negative pattern, stubbornly refuses to, when a negative, it says when a negative pattern stubbornly refuses to heal, its roots, and I said that earlier, its roots bury in this lifetime beyond conscious memory. Fortunately, you can access the issue. Like gardening, you can eliminate vestiges of the past by pulling them out of their roots, and that's a fact. But you have to learn. You have to practice it, because you just can't say, "Oh, I'm cured." You know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh, I got all my whatever it is." Okay. It says if you're drawn to Egyptian culture or travel, you most likely had a positive experience in your lifetime here. You may also wish to explore the belief systems of Egypt. I do believe some of us do need spiritual, relief, like a place to go. Ancient memories. Let me see if anybody posted anything. Nope, they just ain't looking. Um, it says much Egyptian spiritual involved astronomy, astrology, So stargazing can also trigger insights, or they just in love with the thought of meeting new people from foreign places. And there's some people who just meet somebody new and they got an accent, they want to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like your lower nature can't help. It's like you're not centered in real grounded mentality. And if you want to fuck them, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that you're not centered. You're excited about life and all these things. However, I'm gonna get to it because that's what it's saying to me. It says you may have deep-seated fears associated with your past lifetime. This fairly common may has many traumas that has occurred in the ancient times. Working with qualified past life therapists, because that's what I'm going for. This next thing is coming. I'm doing past life regression. I've done Reiki. I've done all these things. So let's get it. Let's continue. All right, that was Egypt. Vows. So maybe, like I said, people are not living up to their own personal expectations and they feel pressured, you know, at work, whatever it is, y'all got going on. And a lot of people don't want to ascribe to it because they really, it's easier to run, it's easier to play, it's easier to hide, TUV, because it's in alphabetical order. So, okay, vows. You have drew this card that you took in prior lifetimes. You are blocking in this one. It says you are blocking. It says most likely you were a monk or nun who made these vows which still continue to haunt you. And you probably made a bunch of damn vows to people and you feel like you can't live up to them. It says most likely you were a monk or nun who made vows which still haunt you. It says common examples may indicate poverty. And I tell my friends, I've been telling my friends, poverty comes from, first we have to free up our negative traits and things inside of ourselves. You want to come out of a state of mind of you want your money to be as pure. You can't make no real money until you cleanse your soul. You know what I'm saying? I know that. You know, cleanse or find a way to do good. You could be doing good in your own way, you guys. However, blessed hands. When you're blessing yourself, make blessed money. Bless your hands. Bless your intent. Speak with great intentions. Don't do like crazy shit and then expect good behind it. Like, but I did good. It all counts. It's all relative. But just because you threw a few pennies at somebody doesn't mean you're forgiven. You know, it should mean you're forgiven. Because, I mean, all blessings count. It does. It's all relative, y'all. Forgive yourselves. I also feel like self-forgiveness is one of the very first and foremost things in forgiveness is in here too, right next to vows. So give me a moment. Common example may include vows, a vow of poverty, self-denial, which could block the flow of abundance. I said this earlier. A vow of chastity, sex, which can inhibit your romance and real romantic nature of your partner and sexual life in the present. A vow of self-punishment, which can lead to self-sabotage and others that hurt. Everything I've been through before. Unless vows are severed, they can, all right, it says, unless those vows are severed, they can affect across time. Fortunately, vows are very easy to undo. It's simply the matter of firmly stating, I am willing to sever all ties. That's what I say telling my partner, like, just say, I release you, I release you, I release you. And you done. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's spiritual, it's energetic. You know what I'm saying? They'll be connected to you, but your ghost, your hauntings, your sins won't bring them down with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, get that. Y'all have a lot of things that we haven't, and when it manifests to you, you act like you're being victimized. When really and truly, you know deep down, you deserve better, you deserve great, you are worthy to be loved. You're worthy to be free of holding on to anything that you would like to convince yourself that is happening to you, but really it's your own personal Suspiria. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom is our best teacher. Suspiria means your own suspicion, like it's the plutonic energy of Scorpio. Scorpios is not that it's deep down, it's so protective that it can create even more things that it don't have to sometimes. The energy, I know I live in it. I put the sun in that bitch. So that energy can live off its own fumes and will wrap its tail and take whatever it wants with it. It don't want to take you with it, but its natural nature is so afraid that it'll hold on going down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the best way to free yourselves in here is to tell yourselves you forgive yourself. Spend a lot of time ruminating alone. I've been doing that lately. I've been painting. I've been doing all kinds of things. I'm a multitasker. I need to start doing just one thing, but I can start tomorrow after my first, real date. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting back out there. And I just want y'all to feel once it hurt and then there's no time, when you don't make the time to make it right to a person or you can't communicate to someone, find a way to make it right, because what you want for your brother, you want for yourself. It's easy to say, and it's easy to say. It's never, thank you. It's easy to say, however, it's never, just try. Don't say you gave it your all yet. Because when you feel it, that you know you gave it your all, and I mean you know you gave it your all, that's when you know you've been vindicated and you saved and freed yourself. It's like a mother picking up their baby, their lifeless baby, and I'm telling you, I've been through a lot. Trying to breathe life into their body. I can't forget some of these things that I experienced, and just, It says, I'm willing to sever all vows that are blocking me in this lifetime. I ask that all aspects of the painful vows be now and forever undone, and all directions of time of everyone time for everyone concerned. By saying, like that's a deep one. I never even knew that. That was beautiful. I'm going back to it, y'all. I just lost. That's what I hate about the scrolling of the thing. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. And gotta balance. Thanks. Yeah. It says don't forget what? Let me read it. It says don't forget life and self. That's right. That's right. That's right. Breathe life in itself. That's right. It's very important that you breathe life into yourself as well too. Because you're first. A lot of us, we remember, we live ass backwards a lot of the times because we're trying to figure out who we are first and what matters to us. And when we forget that, we tend to be a burning star pulling people down. Sometimes we do. And it says, I read it, I asked for forgiveness. I want to read that again. I ask that all aspects of painful vows be now and forever undone in all directions of time for everyone concerned. By saying this either aloud or silently, you have helped heal the bondage of the past and opened yourself to the present day in joy of abundance in all forms. And now the next one is forgiveness. Forgiveness is, because it came out all in order. All of it came out in order. I said, wow, it's such a beautiful deck. I aspire to write something so beautiful. Yes. Okay, here we go. Forgiveness is you're inquiring about to be your situation you're inquiring about will be healed or improved through willing your willingness to release old stone aged ways. You may even be consciously aware that you've been holding on to resentment. Your anger may show up in a subtle way, such as high blood pressure, addictions, insomnia, and moodiness. Wouldn't it feel great to have stable moods and no more control over your health? Forgiveness isn't the same. Forgiveness isn't the same as saying that your actions of others were justified or acceptable. Instead, forgiveness is a statement of self-empowerment, and yes it is. It says you choose to detoxify yourself of old stoned anger and other negative energies. After all, when you're hanging on to anger, it only hurts you and not the other person. To heal the situation, be aware of be aware that meditation and introspect are important and practices that can help you. See that your anger is merely a transient feeling, meaning that it comes and that it goes. That is, it's only brief. Your anger is brief. You know. Okay. It's transient, and it says a transient feeling like a dark cloud floating across the sky. And then it says, recognize that the source comes from a past life and let it go. Forgiveness is cathartic and humbling and profoundly healing. Free yourself from negative and harmful emotions. The next card is authority figures. That was deep. I aspire to make a beautiful deck as such. And let's go. Authority figures. So we all have things that we still hold on to, which manifests itself in a lower frequency to ourselves, especially around this time. It means that we're not too far. Like I said, it's not about you suffering in this life you're suffering. You're not. It's perception of it right now. Especially now, to see your demons, you got to do this to it. Like, is this really what I'm doing to me? All right, I'm gonna stay away from you because and ruminate to see if it's really me. But either way, it's teaching us something awesome, man. It's teaching us something awesome about ourselves. Sometimes you never even knew you could stand up for. Sometimes we don't even stand up for ourselves, but we could stand up to others. That's when I realized that I was a fighter. That when I stood up for somebody else. But when it comes to me, I go somewhere and cry like a little punk. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's when I finally stood up, and then I was like, oh my God, I didn't know how strong I was. So sometimes it takes a selfless act to find out your inner strength. Your inner strength. It says in your previous, and that's how what a lot of us is going through. We feel like we're being victimized, but really and truly it's been our own personal perception the whole time. Go at it and go get them, y'all. Go at it and go get them. Okay? Your previous and current lifetimes are followed by, you followed the rules and were set down by authority figures such as parents, teachers, and etc. You may have also also encountered intimidating or even cruel authority figures in the past. Perhaps you found yourself in the presence of those who were power hungry or abusive. Or we could be manifesting that to others, because we're not getting that in the physical world. So subconsciously, it brings that and do that to other people, okay? It says these situations can lead to fear, to fear authority figures and succumb to their will and present. And don't speak, and then you're feeling it and you keep it with you like Chiron, like how you feel like the wounded healer. It says while it's normal sometimes to be intimidated by powerful individuals, fearing authority figures, and can lead to an unhealthy passivity. For example, you may feel pressured to bow down to another's rules when you don't speak up. Like I said, when people don't speak up, but they put themselves in the way of feeling like they're victimized. And this is us even at work. Stand up, and you don't have to yell to prove a point. You don't have to do none of those things. It says, without standing up for your rights, or you may develop conflict phobias in which you negate your own needs. That's right, in order to avoid arguments or disharmony. In any case, This can lead to a form of depression called learned helplessness. And that's true, they did teach us that. In which you don't even try to improve your life. Heal this situation. Fill yourself with self love and esteem, and see yourself as being whole and healed, and not as a revenge, like, oh, remember you used to pick on me? Now I'm going to get you back. You know what I'm saying? Most people will do that. So those were the 8 cards I pulled. And now in between phobia and Egypt, I got unrequited love. Let's see what it's speaking about in between the unrequited love. And underneath that unrequited love came out male and female. So I'm going to give y'all the unrequited love in male and female and see what comes about that. Okay, the unrequited love is, here we go. Unrequited love says, indicates that you had experienced an unrequited love in prior life. This person you loved deeply didn't share your feelings, and you may have been betrayed and felt abandoned. The individual may be in your present life. These experiences of unrequited love may be negatively affecting you, and that could be true. For example, you might distrust your lover's intent or his or her ability to monogamize a commitment. Sometimes those doubts have basis in your current reality. However, romantic insecurities can also be a product of your prior lifetimes. When that occurs, the unconscious insecurities of self of difficult and are difficult to pinpoint or heal unless they are consciously realized. This is where irrational jealousy and neediness may actually ruin an otherwise good relationship. Sometimes the best cure for past life regression for couples. Oh, they probably, I never even knew they did past life regression for couples. So now I'm learning something new. It says, so yeah, regression for couples, so that you both can remember the situation that caused got into your lives. So that was for phobia in Egypt. That was unrequited love. Now let me go for male and female, because that's that whole line. So yeah, this is deep. Like I said, I feel it in the air. It's making my tummy feel, my solar plexus is open. All right, male and female. Okay. Male and female says, okay. All right, male and female signifies that you've lived most of your life as a different gender than others, than the other one you embody in this life. And yes, I'm masculine as hell, y'all. I'm masculine energy and feminine when I'm more sensitive. And it says different as a different gender than the one you embodied in this life. For example, you may now be living as a female whilst the previous lifetime you were male, and in such case gender confusion can even it says gender confusion may even zoom it a little bit. Yeah, gender confusion may even cause, even health issues are often related to this change in this lifetime. Yes, because most of your lifetimes you lived as the other sex. You may not feel comfortable in your own skin. In this life, in your first, it says in your first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological issues or even experience infertility. If this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to traditional masculine roles. Maybe they have fears of not speaking up and stuff like that. So maybe they might feel disempowered in a relationship, and they feel like if you're not talking to them in a soft tone, they would like to be talked to. Like some people do have that way. That's why I don't say you act like a bitch or something like that. I'll say me acting like I'll act like a man. So I get that. Sometimes some men and women out there, they feel disempowered by the way the tone, or even with the unrequited love in their relationships, they don't feel like they get to speak their mind. It says this card also asks for you to have compassion for yourself, and that's what I'm saying. And trust that you and your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all of the best in your past experience. And I say that all the time. Your soul, you have a moral compass and you have a soul compass. Your morals is what our parents instilled in us, and then when we went out in the world, we took some of the morals of our parents and we learned that. But your soul has a bigger script for you, man. Your soul might want to aspire to be a guitar player. It might want to learn to sew clothes. It might want to do something that makes you feel great. Even if you don't want to be a superstar in the world, you can be your own personal superstar at home. Most people are not in touch with their sexuality. Let me share something with y'all. I was molested as a child, and I'm able to talk to about it now because when I turned 38, I finally got back in touch with my sexuality of myself, like meaning that I was never comfortable with my body. So that means all these years of thinking I was being pleased sexually, I wasn't. And when I finally had a real orgasm at 38, I was like, oh, wow, is this what I was missing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help that situations happen to you, but you can grow from what you learned. And I had to really meditate and learn to heal that part of my life. You know, now with transportation and in between vows, you got in between transportation, vows, and monk or nun. Let's see what transportation is about. So when I tell you this, that masculine energy, they were on the money with that. That can happen. Sometimes you really don't know these things about yourselves, ourselves. So in between that, the transportation says it said, oh yeah, we read the transportation. Oh, the blessings, lesson and blessings is what I was supposed to do. Lessons. Okay. So lessons is here we go. Lesson and blessings. You drew this card to it is the sign that the situation you're currently experiencing indicates prior past lives. Take a look at the other cards that you drew along with this, and I did. And that's the sense of where you are and where the issue occurred. This card means that you learned to an important lesson, which is bringing the blessings to you in your present life. Congratulations, you have mastered and how to turn your pain into memories and growth. You can apply the same strength to all the areas of the rest of the card. Now, monk or nun, I can't make that up, y'all. Y'all are already like there. You just need to be a little more calmer and more patient with yourselves. Like I said, tell if you're hurting and somebody's hurting you, try and talk to them. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Because the more you keep trying, the more you're going to cry. The more you're going to, it don't matter how they make you think you're feeling. Because it's returning back to them. They're going to see it back to them. This is karmic what y'all going through with them. You need to let it out any way you can. And when you're done, you're going to feel so empowered that you did this. You're going to say, I thank you for what you taught me because it taught me about myself. It's not that you're a victim. You're not a victim because you know you made the decision to do what you had to do, which means you got this. You drew this card as a result of your past life because you were someone similar to this card. It says it means now in this lifetime you notice your tendencies to isolate yourselves from others. In fact, you're likely to feel most comfortable by yourself. It says other people may even refer to you as a monk because you stay reclusive into yourself. If this pattern is interfering with your relationships, you might consider having a session with a qualified past life regressionist. In addition, you may have taken vows as a monk in another life, and it's interfering with your new relationships, your careers, and more. Unless these vows are severed, you carry this forward from time in this time. So, for instance, if you took a vow of poverty or choose to coming into this world and struggling today with financial security, the other past life vows, you made a connectivity to finances, which can impact your romantic life and self-denial. That's right. If y'all want beautiful things, go get them. Don't feel like, oh, I'm afraid of this and afraid of that. It says often it is simply consciously bring the memory of these vows to the surface in order to release them. It's just a matter of clearly severing them from your subconscious. Okay. Now, where there was spouse and forgiveness, I had baby and trees. Let's see what baby and trees mean. I'm going to read the trees first because I'm already near the tree area with the letter T. So let's see what trees mean for spouse and all right, trees mean this card is special relationship trees. In ancient times of the Celtics, of Eastern Europe, the trees were considered sacred, and that's what I said. I said some of us got to go under a tree and draw energy. It says the Druids looked to the oak trees as prophetic information, and healing trees is the ingredients such as willows, bark, or medicine. Your connection to trees may have been spiritual, including the ability to receive messages from them, and I do every morning. In some cases, these seemingly non sentimental trees are animated by real souls known as tree people. You may been have been a tree person and or deva in the past life and in prior life. These cards also to spend more time connecting to trees. Yes, please connect more to the trees. And let's see what the baby means. Y'all could be spiritual and just going through spiritual things. We don't realize later on that our life teaches spirituality through ourselves. People picking, people thinking. Later on, if you don't give up, you'll start to see that it's speaking more to who you are. That you're stronger than what you realize. It's so much. This is one of those times. Let's see what baby means. Okay, baby means it says your situation is acquiring about involves infant on some level, or your conscious mind will reveal the way which in which a baby plays a role. You could be parenting, co-parenting, stepchild, adopted children, your connection with kids, or you want children, or you want to love somebody, or you want somebody to love you. You want to give that love to someone. Okay? You may have already received the answer in the form of a thought. Trust this information as your unconscious mind will slowly and gently help you. It says you're unconsciously inquiring about an infant on some level. Yep, it says your unconsciously mind may reveal the way in which a baby plays a role in your current life. You may already receive the answer with your current feelings. Trust this information. Your unconscious mind will slowly and gently help you remember to release painful memories. At first, you may think of your imagining about this, but as you put together more pieces to the puzzle, thought through the signs and additional recollection, you feel confident in claiming your past life. This card can speak about you as a baby in this or previous life. You may have a trauma that you suffered as a baby or that involved a baby of yours in your lifetime. It also may describe parenthood, yeah, in this previous life. Your feeling thoughts will guide you. So some of us are having phobias about settling down and taking this. Let's check now. And in between health and Celtic, I got health. This is the last card. That was the last one inside. Let's see what health says. Here we go, right on my face, like here you go. It says your relationship to health and healing is influenced by other lifetimes, and you may be suffering from a physical problem that was inflicted upon you during your past life. Perhaps you were reincarnated so quickly that you didn't even have time to deal with the underlying issues. Your physical health has caused hardship, yet it also has taught you a deeper level of compassion than you could have learned in a healthy body. And I don't believe they mean for this that it could also be mind mentally, like you don't feel confident. You might feel like you're slower at reading. You might be dyslexic. You might I feel like it's also the mind of how you believe it to be. You also develop healing skills, and you heal others, and you give your time to others. In fact, may have already known that you're a healer. The knowledge was acquired in previous life when you performed healing to others. Maybe you was giving some good sex, healing them, however you was giving it to them. Because when I heard that part, I heard sexual healing. Sorry, y'all. It says the knowledge was very acquired in the previous life when you perform healing to others back then. Your earthly needs, like I just said, earthly needs. Okay. Um, your earthly needs were likely taken care of by the community. So you may struggle with ideas of okay, the idea of charging money. And I said that earlier about some of us may have fear of money. Like really and truly, we may have fear of money. That's why we see it in a certain way. For healing work for this life, it's helpful to know that in this current Western society, everyone must charge for their work. Y'all about to start some businesses, y'all. I feel like some of y'all trying to put all y'all pieces together, and then y'all thinking about the long term of the family related things, and y'all never had to do this on your own. Oh yeah, karmic relationship was the last card because we did the monk or nun. So let's go to karmic relationship because it all boils down. That was the center card of everything. Karmic relationships. Let's see what karmic. I never pulled that one before. That's why I know. And when I said it was karmic, I didn't even know I had that kind of card in the deck. So let's do it. Here we go. Karmic relationships indicates that the one or more of the people in your current life are from previous lifetimes. You both ended your relationships with karmic imbalances. This means that one or both of you are most likely harboring old feelings that need to be healed and released. When this occurs, you will be set free from reoccurring destructive and toxic relationship patterns. And I noticed that during this time I've been hit up by people about these things. It's been exhausting. In some cases, this card will arise when there's a reunion with a beloved soul from the previous relationship. Perhaps you finally reconnected with your romantic partner from your past, and a new relationship is bringing you great joy. With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and familiarity. So listen to it again. It says in some cases, this card will arise when there's a reunite with the beloved soul from a previous life. Perhaps you finally reconnected with a romantic partner from your past life, or a new friendship is bringing you great joy. With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and harmony. You receive this card in answer to a question of concern that involves a karmic relationship. Fortunately, you can appeal to heaven for help in releasing the old, stuck energies of emotions. Some of us might still miss our loved one or wish a new partner could be the old one, or they can't get over the old one, or your new partner might try to be the old partner. It's energy transference, and then it might make you dissatisfied because you might feel like the partner trying to be something they're not, but really it's you karmically wanting to be with that old person. That's why I said something, whatever's hurting your heart, address it. There is nothing wrong with feeling like, please talk to me. I need us to both be on the same page. And even if you're not on the same page, harmony is at the end of the day. Y'all want harmony. If somebody is not giving you that, just heal yourself. I learned that from the Aries energy, the great I am. You come into this world to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Be your greatest versions of yourselves, because at the end of the day, nobody can love you better than you. And remember, you are worthy to be loved. Every single person is worthy to be forgiven. Every single person is worthy to be loved, because I know I'm worthy to be loved and I'm worthy to be given. And y'all are so worthy. You're great. You make sure them people give you your due diligence. And if they don't, when you finish healing, it's going to return back to them any way. Remember, they are mirroring you. So if they mirrored you with toxicity, you're going to mirror them back and return to sender. All right? I haven't eaten all day. I came home from school. I just drank some grape juice and tea. I love y'all. Heal. I'll be back to see how well y'all doing. And healing y'all is also healing me, because healing me is healing y'all. Y'all, you gave me some great insight down there in the chat. May the Creator bless you abundantly. Thank you so much for your beautiful words. And it's going to help others when they come in here and read it. See y'all later.